heard him in the wind, restless and wild. I saw him in a newborn baby smile. He's the light of the stars, he's the sun's golden face. God has no certain dwelling place. I felt him in the thunder when the lightning kissed the sea. But the thrill of it all moving in me, moving in every creature, in every race. And God has no certain dwelling place.
Hey guys, long time no see. So, what in the world? I have almost forgot completely how to act on camera, just to be honest. So it's been quite a while since I have been on video, and there's a good reason for that. Life just got busy, as many of you know that watched Two Old Guys Reselling podcast with myself and Bama J Bird Reselling Josh. We ended that podcast. Just got too busy. Life just got too busy. Things became overwhelming. Something had to give, and unfortunately was that. I intended to put out a video right after that explaining here my decision there as well, just with the busyness of life and the kids and church and eBay, and we're still doing eBay, and everything that's going on. It just got so busy and so hectic and just run out of time. Didn't have time to adequately do all the things we wanted to do. So something had to give, and unfortunately it was the podcast. Can't say the schedule's got any lighter. It's been probably 3+ months, maybe 4 months since we ended that, and since I've put a video out here on the Old Paths channel. And life is still busy, still crazy, still churning right along. And I can speak for Josh as well, because I still speak to him, and his life's the same way, still busy, still covered up with stuff, and it just seems like it never ends. But I did want to come back on here and not leave you guys hanging. I've got a few comments lately, a couple, 2 or 3 commenters wondering where we were at, what was going on, when we was coming back. And the simple answer is, I don't know. Part of me thinks this may be the last video that I ever do. And part of me thinks maybe not. Maybe I'll find time to come back and do some more videos eventually. But sadly for now, this will probably be the last video I put out for quite a while. I do enjoy making videos. It's not that I don't. It's just, again, finding the time to do it. And life changes so much, so rapidly, sometimes it's hard to keep up with the pace. And that's kind of got to the point of where we're at, between family things, church things, trying to keep up with the business. It just gets overwhelming sometimes. So, not that it's not one of the more important things, but things that you can afford to remove sometimes have to get removed. And that's kind of where we're at. Again, I enjoy making videos. I've loved the comments, and I don't know how many views this video will even get. Maybe it gets none. Maybe it gets 1,000. Maybe it gets a lot. Who knows? And it's never really been about that for me. I'm not chasing views or subscribers. And I appreciate everybody that watches and everybody that subscribes, and that's made it great. But I've never really been a chaser of those things. And if I would have hit 100,000, it would have been awesome, but it wouldn't have been like my end goal. My end goal was just to help folks try to understand a little bit better about the eBay business. But I do want to just walk-ins around the shop today. I have made some changes. You will see nothing super duper major, but we've updated a few things and thought I'd just show you guys that. And who knows, maybe I find the time to pop on from time to time and share updates and things, but can't make any promises. But let's just do a little walk around the shop. All right, guys, so right off the bat, you know how we come in the door. We still keep our stuff here that we're working on. I've got a pretty sweet custom. This is fully custom. Somebody made this jacket themselves. Custom Atlanta Braves. I don't know if you call it Atlanta Braves, but it is designed as a Atlanta Braves jacket. I moved my listing desk where I could see out my window, because when you have a view like that, it's hard to block it. I got tired of not being able to see my entire view, so I just removed my table and I turned it this way, so now everything flows like this. Still haven't sheetrocked in here, still haven't done anything like that, which in a second I'll tell you why is a good thing. Still taking our pictures here, and removed one rack here and scrunched everything down. I did design me a new bubble rack where I can have 2 sizes of bubbles and a paper towel holder all in one. It's basically just a couple of pieces of PVC, an elbow, and a connector, couplings, and then I just screwed it in with a nut up here. Sorry if you can hear that. The air just kicked on, which is awesome right now because it's pretty cold in Tennessee. Not super cold, but it's been getting down into the 30s at night. I just got done inventorying all my totes. So what I do is I go to the back side and I pull to the front side. So I fill up like these first, and I can inventory and consolidate all at once. So I think I got down to like F2, and the rest of them are empty right now. You can see how empty all these are because I consolidated and made room. I done the same thing on the top totes. I think I go back to like 22. There's stuff in that, and then those are empty. And then we swing around here and you'll see that there's, sorry it gets a little bit dark, there's a ton of empties up through here and down through here. And what that done when I moved my rack is it pushed one of these with bins back this way, but that's okay. And as I consolidated, I straightened up all the racks and got everything just super neat and in a really good order. It all looks really good. Got me a score on some paper again. If you don't know, check with your local newspaper. This is where I get mine, local newspaper. I rolled up in there one day and I got like all this for like 25 bucks. And you can't buy one roll of paper like that for 25 bucks. So check with your local newspaper. But then we got all these racks, and again, sorry about the lighting. It's horrible in here right now. Got all these racks emptied, and I've got this one with some bubbles and some boxes and stuff like that. So yeah, just not much different. Trying to just get things done as we can. Now I did say it's a good thing we didn't have it sheetrocked in here. So the other day I noticed right up here in the loft, right up in that area, that the insulation was wet. And I was like, what in the world? You know, why is the insulation wet? So I got up there and I poked around, and I hadn't been running the heat and the air unit at all because I'm only out here a few hours, 3 or 4 hours a day. So why run the heat all the time? Well, what was happening, our summer humidity was getting up in the loft and getting stuck, and it couldn't vent out very well. So it was sweating on top of that insulation. So I've had to start running that thing pretty much all the time just to keep it flowing and vented. And I don't know for sure if I would have had it sheetrocked, if it would have done that. But I'm glad I didn't for the time being, just because of that. So somebody out there might say, yeah, get it covered up, it won't do that. You know, if you know that for a fact, let me know, because I'll get it done. It's just been one of them things that I've not got in a hurry doing other stuff. And neglected to do the things I need to do in here. Let me show you what we've done on the outside. So out here, guys, you can see that we have stained this porch. We've got it, I'm going to say 99% done. We've got our ramp and everything stained, and you may say the stains are different colors. They're not, but one is more faded than the other, and it's going to take a little while for that to match up. We also got gutters put on. I'll walk you down here and show you all this. We got our gutters installed, and I've got rocks back here around the bottom. We painted, or I should say stained, around the bottom of the little house here. So everything on the outside is basically done. I am going to put, if you see right up here, I've got border rocks. I'm going to bring those on around all the way down. More gutters here, and it's going to rain on me here in just a minute. Got all these rocks to help with the drainage, and of course got all the staining done. It looks so much better. That was a huge goal of mine, to get all that done. Finally got it all done. I am going to have to dig this out and kind of flatten it back this way, trench it downward, and add more rocks up through here. I was not going to, because we have one more project, but you can see what happens when it rains. It splashes all this mess up through here, so I'm going to have to go ahead and rock that. But the plan is, if all goes well, you see this opening, no handrail, nothing here, it's completely open. We're going to attempt to build a ramp out through here and take these steps out and go down through here with this ramp, stop it right at the end of the house, and cut off these steps, close off this part, and then I can get rid of this massive hill, because this is all one big massive mound of dirt. I can take all this off and have my ramp be the end point of the porch and of the building, and it will look better. So that's the plan. Hopefully we'll get that accomplished real soon, but just showing you guys a few things we've done. So we have accomplished a few of our major goals. You know, the outside's basically done, besides doing that ramp. Whatever we do with that ramp, that's going to be one last project there. Interior wise, it's sheetrock, floor, paint, and then go up here and build a small partition or a wall or a handrail or something, and then right here spiral staircase going up there. So I'll still have a little bit of space to the side. And be honest with you guys, this building's gonna be so nice that I almost feel guilty having eBay out here. Like, somebody needs to live in this thing. It's gonna be nice enough to live in. Somebody needs to be living in it. The loft will probably end up being a bedroom for a kid or two. We're not sure yet. And just, you know, having it completely finished. I was hoping to do that during the spring, and we just got so covered up and so busy, and just didn't have time. Finances too, it's expensive to do it, so I had to think about that and plan and try to budget for it. And hopefully this spring, this summer, when it dries up and it's not as wet, especially with this big mound of dirt, I don't want people tracking in and out because it gets dirty. But hopefully spring, summer, we will be able to maybe sheetrock this, get it floored up, get it painted up, trimmed out, everything done. I'd like to at least have that much done, and then you could come back in and design or buy or whatever you're going to do your staircase, and get your handrail built up here and be done with it. And you know, part of me's even thought, like, when the kids are all grown up and gone, I may put my pack, or not my pack station, but my listing station up there. I mean, why not? Just take that one desk, printer, all that stuff straight up there, and have nothing but warehouse down here. I could add like 3 or 4 more racks, actually quite a bit more room. It's just a thought. Then I got to climb steps every day, so that may not work too. I'm not a big fan of stairs. But yeah, so I really appreciate you guys watching today. It's kind of a bittersweet video for me because I want to say I'm going to be seeing you again real soon, and this is going to be the new beginning. But I just don't know. And as I said, it's not goodbye forever. Hopefully, there'll be times we can come back in and say hello and here's what's going on and things like that. But I just can't promise anything right now. I will say we had a few milestones we hit on eBay. We hit our 10,000 items sold on eBay about 2 or 3 weeks ago. We've sold our 10,000th item. That's crazy to think. We have sold 10,000, now probably 10,100 items on eBay. Still got 100% feedback at that, and got 970 something followers on eBay. So if you're not following us on eBay, it's ebay.com/str/theoldpaths. Go over there and follow us, and help us go over that 1K. So we're really close to that too. And I remember looking back just almost 5 years ago, I had 8 followers, and I told Tanya, I'm like, there's 8 people following us. How cool. Now there's almost 1,000, and it's just mind-blowing that the eBay side of things has done that well. And I take none of that for granted. I take none of you for granted, and I'm just thankful for all the support that everybody has shown us, whether it be on eBay or YouTube or whatever. And some of you are friends with us on Facebook. We did take a step back from Instagram. We left Instagram. Have took a step back from Facebook. I'm not on there near as much. Just those are things I've also tried to do to consolidate my time and be more productive in life in general. Certain things have to come first. I feel like the Lord needs to come first. If he's not first, something's got to give, and that's kind of where we're headed. I don't want to ever take time away from him to make time for something that's not as important as him. So I try to cut out things that are less important. They're not important, but less important than my relationship with God, and make time for him, because he has to be number one. And I encourage you to make him number one in your life, and everything else goes so much better when you put God first in your life. There's friends in the community that don't claim to be believers, that don't claim to be Christians, and that's fine. I'm not trying to sound judgmental or anything like that, but I just encourage you to seek him, seek him out, because the Lord is good to us, whether we're saved, whether we're not. He's good to us, and when we figure that out, it's much more of a blessing to know it and to be part of his family. So I just want to encourage you in that way. And of course, I'm here, Facebook, come over. I'll still leave it linked down below. More than welcome to message me. I'll do my best to message you back and answer your questions regarding that stuff, try to help you. But yeah, just thank you guys so much. And I don't know is the answer that I have today. I don't know, but I know one thing: God's still good to us. We're going to keep doing what we can do. We're going to keep going for him. Going to keep trying to do as much as we can on eBay, and going to keep trying to be a blessing to others, and keep trying to be a blessing to our family, and just keep trying to do what we can do. But guys, thank you so much. And until next time, hopefully there's a next time. We'll see. Keep seeking the old paths.
Moving in every creature, in every race, and God has no certain dwelling.